Hi, it's Sadie from Sadie by Design, aka Supergirl. I'm just dropping by Vince's channel today to check out the latest DC Justice League Power Rangers crossover. Where in the world is Vincent anyway?
Go ahead, I'll read you.
Vincent, where are you? I'm here for the review.
Oh yeah, the review. Sorry, got some bad guys to take care of.
Oh, do you need my help?
I'll be okay. Let's just do the review anyway. Can you do the intro this time?
Okay, no problem. Okay, so here we are with the 6th and final issue of the Justice League Power Rangers crossover comic.
Here we go, the finale. The Justice League, Power Rangers and Alpha are battling the Brainiac drones, putties, and a Leviathan. For some reason, Kimberly is still using Green Arrow's arrows instead of her own. Alpha is doing pretty well fighting the Leviathan in giant form, something we didn't really see in the original TV series as Alpha mostly shied away from fights. Because of his inexperience, he almost knocks the Leviathan down, crushing some civilians. But Superman and Wonder Woman fly in and prevent the civilians from getting killed. Alpha apologizes, but the Rangers tell him it's okay, as they've been in that position before. It's kind of true. There were instances of the Zords taking out buildings in Angel Grove in some episodes of the TV show. Jason wants the bottled Angel Grove and Zordon taken away, but then Zack and Jason realize that the command center and therefore Zordon aren't contained in the glass. That's because the command center is kept in a glass pendant worn around Lord Zedd, like a necklace. He wants Zordon to see the world destroyed. The fight on the ground continues whilst Kimberly, Billy and Cyborg analyze Brainiac's arm they recovered previously. Billy speaks technobabble, which means nothing to Kimberly, but Cyborg says it's okay, as he allows Brainiac's drones to press on and attack Cyborg. It's kind of like a suicide mission because this allowed Brainiac to reinfect Cyborg. Billy's helmet covers his face back up by rematerializing over it, something that's seen in Boom Studios comics but not on the original TV show, and Kimberly has Green Arrow's arrows again. Anyway, the point in allowing Cyborg to get reinfected by Brainiac is because Billy and Cyborg created a virus to take out Brainiac. So Cyborg is freed, and the drones power down. And that also means the Zords are now free. Brainiac, one of the big bad guys in the Justice League universe, gets taken out that easily. Sure, it was a logical way to defeat him, but it didn't feel like he put up much of a fight. That's the issue with a miniseries. Things can get rushed. With Brainiac down, that just leaves Lord Zedd, so he takes 2 grow bombs for some reason, instead of just 1, and makes himself grow to giant proportions. Now, he's going to attempt to destroy the world himself. Wonder Woman thinks that because Zedd is bigger, he's an easier target. She was wrong. Zedd uses his powers to bring her, Superman and Green Lantern down. After Superman hits the ground, Batman tries to help him whilst Zedd tries to impale Superman with his staff. At this point, the Megazord has already been activated with the power sword in hand, preventing the staff from impaling Superman. The Megazord and Alpha then double team on Lord Zedd. Alpha punches him in the back and the command center pendant is knocked into the view of the Megazord cockpit. The Rangers spot it and snatch the necklace off Zedd. They give it to Alpha for safekeeping whilst Zedd and the Megazord fight on. But it seems Zedd is having the same issue as Alpha. The Rangers claim Zedd's punch was weak because he hasn't adjusted to the extra weight his limbs carry in his giant form. This means the Megazord has the advantage and it easily overpowers Zedd. As the Megazord appears to ready the final blow, Zedd does something to knock the Megazord back and making it drop the power sword. Turns out he returned to his normal size and is making a run for it. That's when Kimberly leaves the Megazord and fires one of Green Arrow's arrows at him. The one that knocks Zedd out is the boxing glove arrow which Kimberly loved. Zedd was trying to run away without his staff even though he still had it when he was giant-sized. Somehow he lost it and I'm guessing he couldn't teleport back to the moon as a result, hence him running on foot. And Kimberly knocking Zedd out with the boxing glove arrow was fun to see. So I guess the writers wanted Kimberly to keep hold of the arrows to build up to this moment. With both enemies defeated, the Flash tries to position Angel Grove accurately in the crater, so it will be restored to its normal size and correct position. Superman uses his vision to accurately gauge whether it's in the correct position. Once he's confirmed it, the beams from Brainiac's ship restores the whole of Angel Grove with the Megazord towering over it. Now we're at Ernie's juice bar. Bulk and Skull enter and we see the Rangers hanging out with the Justice League, both teams in civilian outfits. Bulk tries to approach Bruce Wayne Batman, but he scares him off with his intimidating look. Kimberly loved that, and Zack says to Clark Kent's Superman that he does like to intimidate new people, just like when he first met Batman in this miniseries. But when a waitress comes to take Bruce's order, he's all smiles. He even asks for the bill, and as he reaches for some cash, Zack stops him. Tommy says Bruce can pay because he's a billionaire. Kimberly didn't know this, so she was quite surprised. But the reason why Bruce can't pay is because we see a shot of the $100 bill Bruce has. It's not valid in the Rangers world because Lex Luthor was never president. Bit of a cameo and a joke there. Now we're at the command center for the goodbyes. The Justice League and the Rangers are both suited up. I understand why the Justice League might be, but why do the Rangers need to be as well? Anyway, Zordon thanks the Justice League for their help and tells them he will open a door to their dimension. Kimberly asks Batman if she can keep the boxing glove arrow, and Wonder Woman understands why. Let's face it, it's a nice joke and it's practical. Billy leaves Cyborg with a communicator so the Justice League can contact the Power Rangers and vice versa. The Javelin takes off and Green Lantern hauls away Brainiac's ship with his powers. As the Rangers wave goodbye, Alpha says as usual aye, walks away and repeats it slowly. And again. And we see Alpha is infected by Brainiac. So the miniseries ends on this cliffhanger which looks like it will never be resolved. My final opinions on this comic? It was just the usual crossover material. Two franchises from different universes cross over with very little logic applied. It was a fun series seeing two different teams of heroes and enemies come together. However, the ending was kind of lackluster, as both enemies were defeated pretty easily. The journey and interaction between the Justice League and the Power Rangers in issues 1 to 4 were more interesting. I think the times at which the issues were released affected people's expectations. Each issue was building up towards something, and readers would wait in anticipation for the next. But some issues got pushed back, and when they came out, they didn't live up to those expectations. And you can't really fit this comic anywhere in either franchise's timelines neatly. For the Power Rangers, they're fighting Zed on his own, suggesting this is season 2 of the TV show. But they're using their Dinozords from season 1. Also, in the original TV show, Ernie referenced Batman, likening how the Rangers protect Angel Grove to Batman protecting Gotham City. This suggests that the Justice League was a comic book series in Power Rangers. But in this miniseries, the Power Rangers had no idea who Batman was when they first met him. This is similar to the Power Rangers in Space episode Shell Shocked, where the Power Rangers crossed over with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. In that episode, the Turtles refer to the Power Rangers as comic book characters. So this 6-part series is definitely in its own universe. Also, what happens to Lord Zed now? He got knocked out by Kimberly, so did the Rangers leave him? Did they imprison him? Or did they send him back to the moon? That would have been stupid. Maybe this was the Rangers' final battle with Zed in this universe. Ultimately, for a bit of throwaway fun, this comic did the job, as it brought together two unlikely sets of heroes. The ending was lackluster, but as this was all for a bit of fun, it shouldn't be taken too seriously. Back to you, Sadie.
So that was the final issue of the Justice League Power Rangers. 2017 is a big year for both franchises, with the Power Rangers movie that came out in March and the Justice League scheduled to arrive in November.
Yes, that's probably why DC Comics and Boom Studios decided to do this crossover comic.
Good timing. There's trouble in the city. Want to join?
Alright, I'm in.
Good, I'll see you there.
I'm out of here.
Where in the world is Vincent, anyway? I think I'm supposed to put my hands on my thing. I don't know. Oh, do you mean?
God, it's weird backing away from 3 skeletons which aren't even there. Okay, let's do this.
I'll do my best to not them.
So that looks like a Sleeping Beauty wig. Is that what it was?
No, my Sleeping Beauty wig was like yellow.
Oh.
This
No,
is
what
just,
am I-
I bought this for this.
Okay.
It looks like Alice in Wonderland to me.
That's what it is.
But I've only worn it for this.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Ready when
Okay.
you're ready.
Okay. Good, I'll see you there.